we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. The Red Raiders will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Ohio State's offense will go to work first. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite because he's got that kind of ability.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Graham. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Buckeyes are on the move. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Just excellent technique by this receiver, working the sideline, the great footwork to stay in bounds. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, You ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Now the play fake. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
He's got to do a better job of the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Handoff to the single running back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
That would be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Walker to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Looking left. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Offense getting set for 1st down. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll try the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He's got it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the first down and more. He now has 63 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to the running game. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They feed him again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He's going to throw deep right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Picks up 3. Offense facing 4th down.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Looking to throw, it's Bush. Good timing on the quick out. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fields. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. No huddle offense to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Punt is on its way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. He leaves it with the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got loose. Lights out. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Pettis. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Bush. Pulls it in. And It makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half.
Pickup of 5. Second down.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Looking for room, it's Fields. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air on 2nd down. That's caught, it's stolen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Walker will fire. It's caught. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Red Raiders line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. There
he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Buckeyes have pushed it inside the 20. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's second and goal. The give on the counter. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. Walker to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! With that, they are closing in on... Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Delgado. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Wants to fire on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Slings it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down a lot.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Caught in the backfield, it's Graham.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Walker will fire. Pressure coming. Finds his back in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? Takes a shot as he lets it go. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Give to the single back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
No gain on the play. Number 19.
They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, the